at the way Junior Witter is going about this fight.
Yep, and that was a beautiful left hook, and I think that one had a lasting effect on Harris. He was still blinking 2 or 3 seconds later. I think that one really shook him up.
Round 4.
Witter wants victory number 36, and more importantly, to send out the statements to the Americans and the world that he is the real deal. Probably ranked number 2 after Ricky Hatton. Vivian Harris 5, the mandatory challenger from Georgetown, Guyana. Serious fight, and Harris attempting to come back into it.
Yeah, well, Harris knows he has to come forward, he has to engage with her, he has to get some punches off. Single shots are a waste of time. He knows what to do, but is he good enough to execute that?
Switching there, Witter, as he's prone to do, from orthodox to southpaw and back. Harris hasn't been able to really establish that jab as he just looks to the corner, Jim.
No, he can't time Witter, and Witter is judging the range perfectly. He flits just outside range. With that little half step forward, he can get his punches off and he's back out again. It looks as though he's totally confused, Harris, at the moment. I mean, Harris is swinging and hoping already. And the one thing you have to do with Witter is keep your composure. Don't become frustrated, keep your chin down, hands up, and try somehow to get into range. But he's looking open already, Harris.
And that's what he did psychologically and physically, confused DeMarcus Corley when he won the world title in Alexandra Palace last year. Also that terrific first few rounds he had in the win over Lovemore and Doe.
Another thumping left hook. These are all having that little effect, and Harris is confident he's over. Well, okay, it was a balance thing, a punch landed, the feet seemed to be tangled, he was square-footed, but he was fortunate that wasn't called a count. Probably a good decision by the referee, but some referees would have counted.
Punch did land, interesting one. Daniel van der Wieler, very experienced referee from Belgium, calls no knockdown in the fourth. But Harris shaken, hurt by some of these. And he's gone down, and this time it is counted legitimate. The count's at 5, 6, he's in trouble here, Vivian Harris, and he just about gets to his feet.
Adam, does he want to be there? He didn't have that look on his face.
The bell will come any second. Can he survive, Vivian Harris? So lethargic as he got to his feet. And Junior Witter, well, he almost got the job done within 4 rounds. Superb stuff from the WBC champion.
Well, obviously the worrying thing, he had a look at his face as though, do I really want to be here?
This was the one that wasn't counted.
See, he's been shaken several times. Now the punch landed here. Okay, the referee, I think, took the opinion that balance had more to do with the knockdown than the punch. He wouldn't have gone over without the punch. He wouldn't have gone over if his balance had been right. But no question with that one. And I did not like the look on his face at this stage as he turned away. 2 good shots, over he goes, and from this stage he wasn't sure that he wanted to be there.
And Jim, he was hurt from both of those.
He's been hurt several times. Every time Witter has landed cleanly, Harris has had a shocked look and a hurt look on his face.
Round 5.
This could be probably the most glorious night of Junior Witter's career here if this carries on.
Struggled there even to get up off his stool, Vivian Harris. He's fallen apart before to the wild Colombian Carlos Mauser. Can he get back into it? Has he got the resilience and the recuperation needed? And will Witter pounce? Right hand, clean through again. Accuracy from Witter tonight, Jim. You've got to give him credit.
Yeah, in the split second time and just pulling his chin out of harm's way at the last split second there. He's really boxing well. He's not settled in his boxing. He's a little bit disjointed, but I mean, but he's making that work for him because Harris can't pin him down.
And although the knockout ratio before the fight was in Harris's favour, Witter looks the puncher. Left hand, confusing him. Boxing quite superbly.
Well, Harris is getting close at the moment. He's edging his way forward, just trying to get into a position where he can get some solid shots off. Just trying to find a way, I think, to pin Witter down, box him in a corner.
Rather a feeble jab from Harris.
Witter not timing things as well in this round, so the action's just a little bit scrappy at the moment. But they're still engaging, they're still standing right there in front of each other.
Again, Harris looks down at his corner man, Lennox Blackmore. His promoter, Gary Shaw, on the other side of the ring to us, looks worried. This wasn't in their script.
Well, just a little improvement in Harris's work at the moment. I mean, he's getting close and he's getting punches off. He's not been caught cleanly so often. Not landing the punches that would win the round, but certainly looking a little bit more comfortable. And thankfully, again, looking as though he fancies the job.
Witter gets one in there, and to the body. This could be a test of Vivian Harris's mettle. At times he's faded in fights, and at times he's looked really, really good. Especially in the gym.
Maybe not the same quality as we've seen in a couple of the previous rounds, but Witter not allowing Harris to do anything, just keeping him confused. But Harris at least looking a bit more purposeful in that round, but not enough punches landed to win it for him. Done in the previous round, why didn't he pick things up again? He looks to have Harris on the verge of quitting, but then steps off the pedal.
Right hand from Harris. Witter, depending as always on those reflexes, hands down a great deal of the time.
Well, signs that the longer this goes and the pace slows, if Harris keeps some strength in the second half of this fight, this could be problems for Witter. He's shown the power that he can finish this early, but didn't go looking for the chance there.
He has had problems late on in fights, Junior Witter. Morendo and Andreas Kotelnik. Sometimes he can fade, a bit like Harris.
Yep, Witter just looking a little bit untidy at the moment. And as I said, a little bit more purpose now in what Harris is doing. Not a great deal of success, but he seems to have a fair idea of what he wants to do at last.
Harris just clipping Witter. And the jab.
See, the fact that Harris has such long arms, to be effective, he wants to lead off. He wants to lead off with 2-3 punches, get the chin down and march forward. He was being picked off at long range, but he's put an end to that. Good right hand from Harris.
Witter went through a spate of 15 knockouts in a row, many of them within 5 rounds. Shakes his head, Harris. Has he got through the best that Witter can deliver? More confident coming forward, Harris.
Well, that's what he should be doing. I mean, he doesn't have the speed or the talent to counter Junior Witter, but this is much better. He has to keep Witter occupied. He wants to show some feints, just keep him that little bit busy. Don't allow Witter to dictate. And that's why Junior is struggling at the moment. So Witter's going to have to take the initiative again and lead off himself. Use his speed and his power.
It's out of range there, Harris. But he's got closer over the last couple of sessions. Witter attempts the uppercut. Didn't come off.
Definitely not the same quality in Witter's work now. Just clipped on the chin as the bell sounded.
In this weekend's Daily Star Sunday, get your free Ramon CD. And with your glossy Take 5 magazine, it's